Drum roll, please. Well, this is awkward. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm SewSew, and this is a channel dedicated to living in all the big and mundane ways in life. And today is Sunday, which means we'll be moving to our cozy corner. So come sit with me. This is my new cozy corner. It's probably different from the last time you saw it because I have finally set up a new layout. Also, this whole thing is still very new to me. I will probably make a habit overall of reading off of my journals until now. So do all of those that speak freeform to the camera, all of my respect. I will be reading partially because scripting is a thing. Insert former theater kid. So yeah, we are back, and as I mentioned in the thumbnail today, I want to talk about hiding. I think I have spent a large portion of my life trying to be what people expected of me. I've broken out of that mindset since, and I've spent a lot of time reinvesting in the things that made me happy. And after a few years of work, I can say that I genuinely am happy more often than not, which is something I could not fathom as a teen. So we're happy that we got this far. And this is also why I created this channel. Part of it is as a diary to myself. So when life is rough, there's a safe space to turn to, and maybe a message to be had. And more importantly, I wanted to create this channel for you, or more so, for if there's another person like me, or like baby me, honestly, and me today as well, who was wondering if it were possible to actually be happy in this world while being yourself. To show that you can be the first pillar of your building, and slowly but surely the surrounding support you were looking for will just fill in with time. Which brings us back to the day's topic, which is hiding. When I first started this channel, I wanted it to be centered around growing and using my hobbies to do so. But as I began studying the platform and learning how the algorithm works, I kept hearing the same things, which was, if you want your voice to be heard, you have to find your niche. You can only do one thing. Don't cast your net too wide. Find your niche and live in it. Ultimately, if you want to be successful here, you can't do too much, be too much. Yeah, and I'm bad at that. So to that I say, excuse me for 1 second. I have returned. That aside, I also went against everything I created this channel to do by doing so. So I might do something stupid. I'm going to post whatever content I want anyway. Yeah, there. I said it. Most importantly, I want to show you it's okay to be who you are, regardless of what the world will make of it. If it'll become something I can do long term or not. I'm tired, frankly. I'm tired of trying to fit molds that don't feel natural to me. I hate doing one thing repetitively. It's boring, it's tiring, and why were we given so many things in life if we were just supposed to find one niche? If you have one niche and you have your thing, love your niche, do your niche. But that's the thing, it brings you joy. That is what matters. That is the part we're getting to. What brings me joy is this. It's journaling, sewing, drawing, crafting, building, doing whatever. Whatever brings the joy and the point in time. That's what we should be focused on. If all of us are doing that, all the niches will be filled. If all of us are doing that, who knows? Maybe across we'll build a world that all of us will want to be in. Because that's a really good thing. You realize there's so much to live for when you start living. So if you haven't started, hey, please start. And if you've already started, let's do it together. Back to the script. If you want to do something because it feels right to your soul and it is not hurting anyone, you can go for it. It's okay if you change your mind later. You owe it to no one else but yourself the opportunity to grow. Which brings us to our Think Pod for today. I actually already filmed this earlier, but it's in this little journal. Let's cut to me in this position just a little bit earlier today. Hello, Editing So here, realizing that I did not film this in the order that I was intending, so we are going to cut to a future me who has already heard me say all of the lines before cutting back. You'll see why. Thank you for the journal. So 15 minutes before this. The point is, it's easy to lose yourself in expectations, but it's important to remember you will not be lost forever. You'll breathe, the air will change, and life will move on. It's important to remember the world is constantly changing. Change is the one thing I can guarantee you in this life. And since this is the case, be who you are. Which brings us to this. Ta-da! I debated very strongly if I wanted to show my face on here. And in all honesty, I still think these are really cute. So you'll probably see me wearing them throughout the course of my channel anyway, because why not? I like them. They're very cozy. But with that, with our face on display, let's go to our next journal. What rules do you follow? When life is a list of arbitrary rules, it's easy to let go of who you want to be. When life is a list of arbitrary rules, it's easy to forget who you want to be. And even easier to see why it is so difficult showing up as who you are. You learn through these arbitrary rules that who you are is who you're not supposed to be. And if that's true, it's not. If that's true, growing and wanting to change can feel a lot like a new list of arbitrary rules. But the goal is not to be a list of actions. The goal is to embody a list of values. And your mind, along with your heart and soul, will lead the actions you're supposed to take, not because they inquire or guarantee a specific result, but because they reflect and reinforce the essence of your soul. Because they drive connection to those who think and feel like you. Because it leads to a life where performance is no longer a requirement for proximity. And proximity is replaced with connection. Connection to yourself and then others. Release the arbitrary rules of life. Being agreeable, not taking up too much space, being an old soul, being quiet, speaking softly, not being too aggressive, too loud, too seen, too heard. When you release the belief that you are a burden, you will find life is not a list of arbitrary rules. You, as a person, were always worthy of love. And you will soon learn, loving you, like breathing, can be so susceptibly mindless, yet far from arbitrary. Be who you are first, and then you can want to grow. So I don't know what we're making today. Hopefully when I cut. But that's kind of the point. There is no rule set. I'll show this one because I've been waiting to see what I would write along with this one. And it looks really simple. So that's kind of the point. Just be. Let's go. Thank you for the journal. So 15 minutes before this. The point is, it's easy to lose yourself in expectations, but it's important to remember you will not be lost forever. You'll breathe, the air will change, and life will move on. It's important to remember the world is constantly changing. Change is the one thing I can guarantee you in this life. And since this is the case, be who you are. Which brings us to this. Ta-da! But with that, with our face on display, let's go to our next journal. And this one is more so going to be a journal for you as well. Something I really want you to think about. So let's get to it. We're coming back to the same spot. Hello. We've come to our journaling section. I've just slid my computer closer so you can see it. But this begs the question. Who are you? When the lights are off and the voices are quiet, who are you? People's opinions of you cannot change who you are. You are worth being seen and loved for who you are. You are worth being noticed. I want you to drop your defense. Let yourself be hurt for who you are. Let yourself be loved for who you are, not who others want you to be. Let yourself experience that it is possible to be loved. I know it doesn't sound much like an answer, but it's true. Know you are inherently worthy of love. There is nothing that you can do in this world to earn it. The more you put on a persona, even if you are successful, the more they will love the branded version of you. But when you find the people who see you, and they will love you, and they will give you that love willingly, and you will want to do the same because you are worthy of love. You can't find Waldo with your eyes closed. In order to find these people, in order to build these communities that you're looking for, you have to risk being seen. You can't find Waldo if he's not on the page, and you can't see Waldo if you're not on the page. Put yourself in the environments that you think you'll thrive, and if you don't, leave them. It's okay to take a chance. You're going to hear that a lot on this channel. It's okay to just try. You got this, and it's going to be okay. So, that's all I have for today. So as always, thank you for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like it. If not, YouTube is free. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. And remember, have faith in yourself, believe in yourself. And while you do, and learn to do, I will believe in you from here. All the best. Bye. Oh, one more thing. To promising to live. You got this.